Contracts. We hear this word all the time, whether it's in movies, in business, or in courtrooms. But here's the truth. Contracts aren't just about billion-dollar deals or complicated legal documents. They're part of everyday life. When you order food online or hop into an Uber or even subscribe to Netflix, you are entering into a contract, whether you realize it or not. So, what exactly is a contract? How does a simple promise between two people turn into something the law will enforce? And what are the different types of contracts that shape our daily lives and businesses? That's exactly what we are going to break down in today's video. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel Veritas Paralegal Services, and you're watching What is a Contract and its Types. Think about your day so far. Did you take a cab, order food online, or maybe buy a cup of coffee? Guess what? Whether you realized it or not, you entered into contracts. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fundamental concepts in law, that is, what is a contract, and then we'll break down the different types of contracts you should know about. Stick around till the end because then you'll start seeing contracts everywhere in your daily life. At its core, a contract is nothing but an agreement that the law will enforce. Legally speaking, if we look at the Indian Contract Act of 1872, Section 2, Clause H, a contract is defined as an agreement enforceable by law. So, two keywords here, agreement and enforceable by law. An agreement happens when one party makes an offer and the other accepts it. But not every agreement is a contract. For example, if your friend promises to meet you for dinner and cancels, well, you can't really drag them to court. Why? Because it's not legally enforceable. For an agreement to become a contract, certain elements must be present. First, offer and acceptance. Clear proposal by one, accepted by the other. Second, intention to create legal relations. Both parties must intend legal consequences. Third, lawful consideration, something of value exchanged, for example, like money, goods, or services. Fourth, capacity of parties. Parties should be competent, of sound mind, not minors, not disqualified. Fifth, free consent. No coercion, fraud, or any type of undue influence on the person. Lastly, sixth point, lawful object. Purpose of the contract must always be legal and not be illegal or against the public policy. Once all these are satisfied, your agreement steps into the world of law. It becomes a contract. Contracts matter because they create certainty. They protect rights, impose duties, and provide remedies if something goes wrong. Without contracts, business would collapse, personal promises would be meaningless, and there would be chaos in the society. From billion-dollar mergers to simply buying groceries, contracts are quietly running the show. Now that we know what a contract is, let's talk about the different types of contracts. To make it easier, I'll break it down under different classifications. First, on the basis of formation. Express contracts where terms are clearly stated, either in writing or orally. Example, a written employment agreement. Second, implied contracts, created by conduct or circumstances, not words. For example, you sit in a restaurant, order food, the law assumes you'll pay. Third, quasi contracts, not actual contracts, but obligations imposed by law to prevent unjust enrichment. For example, if someone delivers goods to your house by mistake and you use them, you must pay for them. Second, on the basis of performance. First, executed contracts. Both parties have performed their obligations. For example, you buy a book, pay for it, and it's done. Second, executory contracts, yet to be performed, either wholly or partly. For example, you signed today for a flat possession, 2 years later. Third, on the basis of validity. First, valid contract, which meets all legal requirements enforceable by law. Second, void contract cannot be enforced, has no legal effect. For example, a contract to perform an illegal activity. It's a void contract. Third, voidable contract, valid until one party chooses to void it. For example, a contract signed under undue influence. Fourth, illegal contract, against the law and punishable. For example, drug trafficking agreement. It's an illegal contract. Fifth, unenforceable contract, cannot be enforced because of some technical defect like missing stamp duty or written form. Fourth, on the basis of obligation. First, unilateral contract. Only one party has an obligation. For example, reward contract. Lost a dog, rupees 10,000 reward. Only the owner has to pay once dog is found. Second, bilateral contract. Both the parties exchange obligations. For example, sale of goods, you pay money and I deliver goods. Fifth, special types of contracts under Indian law specifically. First, contracts relating to partnership. Second, contracts relating to agency. Third, contracts relating to indemnity and guarantee. Fourth, contracts relating to bailment and pledge. These all contracts have their own specific rules under the Indian Contract Act. Now, let's bring this closer to home. That Uber ride you booked? Contract. That Netflix subscription you bought? Contract. Even employment, your appointment letter is a contract. Once you start noticing, you'll realize contracts are literally the backbone of daily life. So, to wrap up, a contract is an agreement enforceable by law. Not every promise is a contract, but every contract starts as a promise. We saw how contracts are classified based on formation, performance, validity, and obligation. So, the next time you buy something, sign something, or even promise something, remember, you might just be stepping into a contract. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment if you'd like me to cover specific contract law cases or real-world disputes in upcoming videos. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning. Bye-bye.